growing up, I think I might have been poor growing up. And I mean, I guess at the time I didn't realize it, but I remember my dad being out of work and once or twice having to use food stamps in the supermarket. I remember when I was getting ready to go to high school, my parents encouraged me not to do a college prep course because they weren't going to be able to afford to send me to college. I went to college and worked 2 jobs while I was in college in order to pay for my education. So my giving never really started until I was well into my adult life. And mostly I think our awareness was raised when my husband left a job as a healthcare system administrator and went to work for a nonprofit. And suddenly my awareness was raised to that entire community of nonprofit organizations, what they did and who they served. And that's when we both sort of really got interested in charitable giving, other than, you know, the little annual United Way pledge that you make when you're working in the private sector. So it was really fairly recently.
I think my first memory of being charitable was probably like as a kid with my family and my mom, you know, giving at church or going to the St. Francis thrift shop and donating items, even though we didn't have very much ourselves. We had little ourselves. She still made a point to give to others. And I think that's kind of what I saw and learned.
My earliest memories really are when I was growing up. My mom volunteered for the Red Cross. My dad was always sitting on different boards of organizations. So it was always just really natural for me to think about being charitable. That's just how I was brought up. And that's how I hope to bring my kids up.
My first memory would be, we kind of grew up in the church, my whole family, and so Sunday school is what comes to mind, where you always had to bring your offering, and it just became more or less an expectation, a way of life that we never questioned or we never were without. It was just kind of a natural extension that from that original giving, we just kept thinking of ways to help. And my parents made it kind of clear that it's pretty simple. You just try to help people in your life. And we just kept going forward from that.